Hey beans, head scratchies. So, as I've said in so many different videos, the furry community has been growing and growing. And with this, I've heard quite a lot of, for lack of a better term, coming out as a furry, stories. And some of them have been really happy and it's been really sweet. And some of them have kind of been less happy. Most have been happy stories, trust me. But for this video, I want to talk a bit about what coming out as a furry is, what does it say about the community as a whole, and even whether it's actually necessary to do so. But first, a quick video sponsor. Yo hey, it's coming up to Christmas time and you've not done all your shopping yet? What? Well, you're gonna want the hottest thing to hit the market since sliced fursuits, with the new Wiffles the Waffler branded Uggs. You're guaranteed to have people walk past you with comments like, oh, and gross. And it's bound to make a splash at your next meeting, so use the code, good lord I hope my neighbours can't hear me doing this bit, for a minus 10% discount on your first 10 shops. So yeah, use that code or I'll bite you. Anyway, back to the video. So as most of you guys will know, the idea of coming out as a furry is where you're honest and you tell people that you are a furry. And this could come in the form of either directly telling people that you're a furry. This could be leaving, let's say, not so subtle hints. And for some people it could be forgetting to change out of your Legoshi cosplay when going into a family Zoom call. Yeah, that was pretty awkward, wasn't it? Yes it was. But for some people, this is such a massive thing for their furry adventure. And this can be for a few reasons. Some reasons being that perhaps they don't want to feel like they have to hide their furriness, whether it's their stickers or their fursuit or whatever filthy furry things you guys have got going on. Some of it might just be that you just want to genuinely share an interest of yours with family and friends. And you know what, sometimes it even is just letting people in on some jokes that you and your furry friends make. And this is totally understandable because a lot of misinformation about certain groups comes from misunderstanding, and furries can be so misunderstood sometimes. So sometimes just having talking to a friend or family, explain this is something I like being part of and here's why, can go a long way because people would understand it's not just all about the yiff and stuff like that. And it's the reason why I wanted to make this kind of content on YouTube. I wanted to show this other side of the furry community that makes me happy and perhaps maybe even change a couple minds. But how does one come out as a furry? Well, I spoke to one of my friends who had gone through this process with their partner, and they gave me a couple bits of advice, starting with ease them in with kind of animations and comics and art and stuff like that, and give them a real sense of community and the friendliness of the community. And once they realised that the furry community is fairly harmless, they then went and said that they want to be a part of this community and this is what makes them happy. And that was it, that's the whole process. But this leads me on to talking about the title in the video. Do you really need to come out as a furry? Absolutely not. Because end of the day, whether you believe being a furry is a lifestyle or hobby, it is still something that is incredibly personal to you. And this is evident the fact that we create characters that either reflect us, have personality traits that we wish we had, or perhaps even just abilities that we wish we also were able to do. So you don't owe anybody any explanation, because end of the day, if you enjoy being a furry, or being part of the community, or doing furry things, then that is the bottom line. You're having fun, that's all that matters. As long as nobody's getting hurt and it's not illegal, do what makes you happy. And I was talking to a friend about this topic as well, and they made a good point in saying, well, you wouldn't come out as a stamp collector, or you wouldn't come out as a Pokemon card trader, or anything like that. So it's the same with being a furry. You don't have to tell anybody if you don't want to. And that's not hiding away, that's not anything like that. It's just, you don't owe anybody any explanation. And like I said, I think the only reason that you should tell people perhaps about being a furry is when it's affecting your mental health. Like say for example with like if it's your partner or something and you feel like you're hiding away a big part of your life and you're like hiding away this, then 100% I think you could tell them if you want to. Just unleash and be a little bit freer with it. Like I said, just be yourself. You don't need to worry about telling people if you don't want to. But just know there are millions and millions of furries out there who have gone through the exact same process as you. I mean, heck, half of us have gone through this furry denial phase, and there's quite a lot of people who originally were anti-furries that kinda didn't want to admit that they were furry. Like, look at them now. We've all gone through this kind of process. But just remember that you are loved, honestly, and pursue something that makes you happy. Like, not just being a furry, not just anything that makes you happy. It could be art, it could be film, it could be Twitch. That was for me. So like, just pursue something that would make you happy, whether it's inside or outside the furry community. And don't be ashamed to tell people, and also don't feel like you need to tell people. This was a really long answer for a very short question. But that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for reaching this far. I really hope I got my point across in this video. I just want to tell people that if you want to tell people that you're a furry, 100% go for it. You can feel free, but don't feel like you owe anybody any explanation. Just know that your happiness is key here. But thank you so much, guys. I'm so sorry that the videos have been really slow recently. Again, I'm hoping to do like a video at some point, doing a little bit of an explanation about why everything's been so slow. But I promise you, I'm going to keep making videos. There's a lot of video ideas I'm looking to do. So if you want to help out with that, leave in a comment, giving your side of the story. Like, say, did you guys ever have to come out as a furry, or tell me some of your stories? I would love to hear it. And any video suggestions is always appreciated. And likes and subscribe and all that stuff. But if you guys want to catch me over in any of my social medias, I'll put up something. It might be Blue Sky, it might be Twitter. Who knows? And if you remember anything from this video, guys, remember that you matter yesterday, you matter today, and you matter tomorrow, and I love every single one of you. Mwah! I just kicked my ukulele.